Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lacey and this is my art channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different in that I'm going to be telling you a story about me. So Lacey was born on March 19th, 1992. I'm just kidding, we're not going back that far. This story is about how I eventually ended up in Canada. A lot of you know that I'm from the US, but this is where I live as of right now. I never really knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. When I started college, I had a lot of interests like cake decorating, teaching, art, foreign languages, but no clear direction. Everyone told me not to worry. The first 2 years are mostly core classes anyway, and after that I'd figure it out. So I did the core classes. The only extra classes I really took were French and creative writing. Those were the things that I loved. 2 years came and went, and I still didn't know. So I started experimenting. I tried communications. Maybe I'd be a reporter. I took art and photography classes. I practiced cake decorating. I learned some sign language and kept going with my French classes and my creative writing classes as well. I had a lot of interests in a lot of things, but I still didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I got into a car accident and everything changed. I started having constant headaches and migraines and pain, and no one could figure out what was wrong. Eventually, I got my associate's degree in liberal arts and left university for a while. I became a cake decorator and I really loved it, but the pain didn't go away. It just got worse. Later, I found out I had a nerve problem that made it hard to keep working as a cake decorator. So I started thinking maybe I'd go back to school. When I looked over all of my credits, I realized I had accidentally finished a minor in creative writing, and I was just a couple of classes away from a degree in French. So I went back and I signed up for a full immersion French program in Quebec, Canada. Around the time, a friend of mine had gone the year before and was dating someone from Quebec, and we all practiced French in a group chat, and that's where I met Matt. I sent him a friend request because he kept popping up in my suggested friends on Facebook, and eventually he joined our chat. When I got to Quebec, I hung out with some of the people in the group, and somewhere in the middle of language practice and summer adventures, Matt and I fell in love. When I returned to the US, I finished my bachelor's degree, and then I started my master's in teaching English as a second language. For 2 years, I flew back and forth between Tennessee and Quebec to see Matt. Then I graduated, and the very next day, we drove to Canada together. I stayed with him for 6 months and then asked Canada if I could stay longer to explore our relationship, and then COVID hit, so I stayed. And eventually Matt and I got married. I got my permanent residency, and then I became a citizen. So that's how I ended up here, in a place I never expected. But wherever Matt is, that's the place that feels like home.